Today I'm going to be reviewing the New King James Version Bible Large Print Reference Edition. This is the Maclaren series from Thomas Nelson, and I have the brown genuine leather, but there are several other options out there available in this text block. So some of the features in this Bible are going to be 72,000 cross references, verse by verse layout for easy navigation. We're going to have a 2-color typesetting, and it's line matched, and it's going to be a 10.5 font size. So let's go ahead and pull this out. So I love the leather and the grain pattern on this one. This is the genuine leather. There is also a Premier Collection premium leather in this as well. And then there's some imitation leather editions also. And imitation leather, I've had a chance to handle those before, and they're actually really well made too. So there's several options out there, and really you won't be disappointed with any that you choose. It's just what price point you want to stay at. Okay, so then we're going to have our raised hubs on the spine. We have Holy Bible, New King James Version, and Thomas Nelson. I like that they accented the raised spine hubs with the gold. We're going to have gold page gilding. Hopefully you can see that without being blinded in the camera. We're going to have 3 ribbons in this one. We have a brown, a red, and a blue. Very nice double-sided satin ribbons. We're going to get perimeter stitching, a synthetic paste down liner, and a presentation page. Okay, and then we get to the table of contents. Book abbreviations, and we have special abbreviations, a preface to the New King James Version, and then we're going to get into the Old Testament. All right, so here we are in Genesis. We're going to have a double column layout. We have our references at the bottom of the page. I love the blue accents with the chapter and verse numbers being in blue and it being verse by verse. This would be a really nice Bible to take to church with you and be able to find verses easily as your pastor's referencing them in his sermon. Or even if you're like doing a devotional and you're looking up specific verses, or a Bible study, looking up specific verses to go with your study for the day. This one would be a very easy one to do it in. I love the boldness and the size of the font. It's very easy on the eyes, and with it being line matched, it makes it even better. So just an overall great layout here. Hopefully you can see that well. This would make a really great reading Bible just because it's so easy to read with the font size and, like I said, the boldness of the font. I love that New King James Version comfort print. So this is a great Bible for reading for long periods of time. It also would be a pretty good one to take on the go. Now, it's not a thin line. It's not like super light, but it's also not huge either. I mean, it's a little bit thicker being that it's verse by verse, but I would have no problem carrying this in my bag in my Bible case to church. And I just like that the references are also at the bottom of the page, so they're there if you want them, but they're not interfering with the scripture in any way, making it a nice, uncluttered reading experience. It's a very beautiful Bible and layout. Here we are in Psalms. Let's go ahead and jump into the New Testament then. Here we are in Matthew, and another favorite of mine, it's black letter. So I like that. I think the blue accents make it, breaks it up a little bit, makes it a little easier on the eye, just makes it pop a little bit. But I really prefer that black letter text when I'm reading. Let's go ahead and go to the end of the Bible here. There's not going to be too much at the end. Let's make my fingers work and find it, hopefully, here. All right, here we are. So at the end of the Bible, we are going to have some lined paper. You could use these as tester pages for pens or highlighters if you want to use them in this Bible. You could make a travel log back here or write down some of your favorite verses. So you have several pages of lined paper for whatever you choose to use that for. We have a note regarding the type, and then we have our maps. And then we are at the end of the Bible. So this one's been out for a little while. Let me see when this came out. It wasn't terribly long ago, but it's not like a brand new release. 2021. So I knew it wasn't too long ago, but I also knew that it wasn't like, last year or anything. I just really love this layout, so I wanted to share this Bible in the genuine leather cover. I'm also going to feature this in another upcoming video where I compare some of my favorite layouts in the New King James Version from Thomas Nelson. I've done that before in another video. Previously, I talked about some of my favorite New King James Version editions. I think it was, it might have been a couple years ago now, like maybe 2 years ago, something like that. But I wanted to come back and update that because I've gotten other editions since then that have, I have some from that video that are still my favorites and some that I've added since then. So I wanted to come back and update that, which I will very soon. So keep an eye out for that. But this Bible, the Maclaren large print reference edition, verse by verse, is really great. As a really great Bible for extended periods of reading. Like I said, I love the font size. I love the boldness of the font. I love those blue accents. I like that it's not a super heavy Bible, so I can carry it with me. And it just makes for a really nice reading and study experience using the New King James Version. So I would highly recommend this New King James Version large print reference Maclaren series from Thomas Nelson.